My, Christian Horner just got exposed. Just when the world thought the Red Bull team principal was innocent, his alleged text messages with the female victim was leaked to everybody in an email blast. The drama rages on, and I know you're dying to find out what was in those texts. Lucky for you, we have the answers, so keep watching the video to find out everything there is to know about the issue. Texts reportedly sent by Christian Horner have surfaced following his exoneration by the Formula One squad Red Bull regarding claims of sexually inappropriate conduct. These messages and images reportedly disclose the content of private discussions between the F1 chief and an unidentified individual. A set of WhatsApp messages referencing Christian Horner's wife Geri Halliwell has been forwarded from an anonymous email to numerous journalists. Although there are no explicit images in the messages, some texts carry sexually suggestive undertones. Red Bull faces another significant setback as the leaked messages emerged just 24 hours after the conclusion of a 3-week internal probe into alleged misconduct. Horner responded to the leak with a statement saying, "I won't comment on anonymous speculation, but to reiterate, I have always denied the allegations. I respected the integrity of the independent investigation and fully cooperated with it every step of the way. It was a thorough and fair investigation conducted by an independent specialist barrister, and it has concluded dismissing the complaint made. I remain fully focused on the start of the season." The 50-year-old Red Bull racing boss arrived in Bahrain this morning wearing a smile just in time for the F1 season opener, which kicks off in 2 days. Horner, who is married to Spice Girl Geri Halliwell, received confirmation yesterday that he would retain his position at Max Verstappen's dominant Red Bull team. Speaking to the press today, he expressed his satisfaction that the investigation had concluded. Geri, whom he married in 2015, was said to be relieved and overjoyed upon learning of her husband's exoneration. The messages were leaked shortly before Geri was scheduled to fly to Bahrain to be with her husband. The former pop star, aged 51, has been steadfastly supportive throughout the 3-week investigation. Horner has consistently and emphatically refuted accusations of sending inappropriate messages to a female colleague. Speaking to Sky Sports today, he reiterated his stance. "I'm just pleased that the process is over. I can't comment about it. The focus is very much now on the Grand Prix and the season ahead and trying to defend both of our titles. I'm pleased to be here in Bahrain and with the team, focused on the season ahead. The team has never been stronger." This morning, the F1 boss appeared relaxed as he arrived at the F1 paddock alongside Chief Technical Officer Adrian Newey. Sporting a grin, he joined the team at the Bahrain International Circuit, exchanging hugs with star driver Max Verstappen in a warm greeting. Yesterday, Red Bull Racing's Austrian parent company officially dismissed the woman's claims, with a statement released just moments after Horner's arrival in the Gulf Kingdom. The statement read, "Red Bull can confirm that the grievance has been dismissed. Red Bull is confident that the investigation has been fair, rigorous and impartial. The investigation report is confidential and contains the private information of the parties and third parties who assisted in the investigation, and therefore we will not be commenting further out of respect for all concerned. Red Bull will continue striving to meet the highest workplace standards." A source close to Geri mentioned that she has been a solid support for Christian, but the past few weeks have been incredibly challenging for the family. This has been weeks of hell for Christian and his family. As he has said all along, these claims are nuts. An exhaustive investigation has been carried out and the allegations have proven to be nonsense. Geri has been rock solid behind Christian and his whole family is relieved and elated that it's over. Those feelings are there, but no one close to Christian feels like celebrating much after what he's been through. For the time being, his focus is back fully on winning races. Hundreds of WhatsApp messages were distributed to F1 teams and media channels. Although devoid of explicit images, some texts carry raunchy and suggestive content. The timing of the leak seems calculated to inflict maximum harm on Red Bull Racing boss Horner's career, coming just 24 hours prior to the commencement of the new Grand Prix season in Bahrain. A significant collection of personal texts was revealed, indicating that Horner allegedly solicited pictures from the woman and engaged in covert flirtatious conversations without his wife's knowledge. Additionally, other messages detail a solo encounter Horner had in an aircraft restroom while en route to Dubai. The woman, who is employed alongside Horner at the highly successful Grand Prix team's Milton Keynes headquarters, reportedly grew weary of her boss's requests for pictures and suggestive conversations, as indicated by the WhatsApp documents. She requested him to cease such interactions and even questioned how he would feel if Geri engaged in similar behavior with one of her employees, highlighting the discomfort caused by the situation. The texts further imply that Horner expressed remorse as he became aware of causing offence, subsequently requesting the woman to delete their entire WhatsApp conversation history. Yesterday's significant leak seemed consistent with the initial accusation of alleged sexually suggestive messages attributed to Horner. However, subsequent claims suggested that the inquiry led by a barrister into the team boss focused on allegations of controlling and coercive behavior towards the woman. The team's parent company confirmed that the complainant, believed to still be employed at the team's Milton Keynes headquarters, has the right to appeal. However, other team principals voiced skepticism regarding Red Bull's investigation, urging for greater transparency and calling for an FIA inquiry. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff stated, "My personal opinion is we can't really look at the behind the curtain. At the end of the day, there is a lady in an organisation that has spoken to HR and said there is an issue, and it was investigated, and yesterday the sport has received a message. It's all fine. We've looked at it. I believe that with the sport as a global sport, on such critical topics it needs more transparency. And I wonder what the sport's position is. We are competitors, we are a team, and we can have our own personal opinions or not. But it's more like a general reaction, or action that we as a sport need. We need to assess what is right in that situation, what is wrong." When asked to comment further on the situation, Toto gave reporters a mouthful, saying, "We are being asked questions as competitors here, and are we talking as competitors? Are we talking with the right moral approach, with the values based on the speculations that are out there? But I just simply think that as a sport we cannot afford to leave things in the opaque on critical topics like this, because it's going to catch us out eventually. We are in a super transparent world eventually. Things are going to happen, and I think we have to. The organisation has the duty to say, well, we've looked at it and it's okay, and then we can move on. And I think it's sometimes very short-sighted to try to suppress it, but I am not saying this has happened. I believe that a major sport needs more transparency on such dangerous topics. I wonder what the position of the leadership is. I don't think it should remain vague as it is now. We are outsiders, and of course we don't know exactly what is going on. But looking at just a statement, it doesn't seem to me how things should go in today's time. Although in Formula One, we may be in our own bubble and others are satisfied with that. We're standing from the outside and just looking at statements or press releases or timelines. It just seems that it's a bit not as modern as things go in this world, in the real world out there. But maybe in Formula One we just have a little problem and we think that's okay." Zak Brown, team principal of McLaren and hopeful Red Bull challenger, had this to say. "There are still many rumours and also many questions. I think those who run this sport have a responsibility towards the entire sport and all our fans to make it clear that everything has been clear and transparent for them, that they come to the same conclusion as Red Bull and they agree with the outcome. Until then, I think there will continue to be speculation and many unanswered questions about the whole process. That is not healthy for the sport. It is up to the FIA and Formula One whether they can clarify whether they have the clarity that is needed." Red Bull Racing and the team's Austrian parent company were noticeably silent amid the fallout from the scandal, refraining from responding to requests for comment. Jerry, who shares a 6-year-old son named Monty with Horner, who also has 2 other children from a previous marriage, remained in the UK as the texts were made public. The couple was reportedly engaged in lengthy discussions from a distance as their aides worked to handle the crisis. It's uncertain whether Gary had been briefed on any of the messages before they were made public. Any sense of relief within the Horner camp following his exoneration just a day prior seemed to have dissipated, with sources close to him remaining unreachable. Earlier, Horner had publicly praised Gary, stating, "I have a very supportive family and a very supportive wife. My focus has been on the job and the season ahead. I'm not going to talk about private matters, but my family have been hugely supportive. It seems the anonymous sender of the text bomb reacted to threats made by Horner's aides to expose the individual responsible for the scandal. According to a source who spoke to The Sun on Wednesday, this is how things played out. Christian's career, his marriage, and his reputation were attacked, but there are now no question marks over his character. There is no shadow. But questions are being asked about how this happened, why it happened, and who was responsible. So, in light of the recent evidence presented to the world, what do you make of the shady situation? Has Christian Horner's naughty side been exposed, or is the evidence a pile of rubbish? Tell us what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.